Hi, Katie. Thank you for sending me the file for the audit. Overall, you did great. I would say you're very close to 30, at the very least 28. Let's hear your answer together.
Personally, I strongly believe that it is the most advantageous situation if we choose political leaders from among everyday citizens. This is primarily because everyday citizens know the problems that these people suffer from. For instance, if in a country we have a big problem concerning transportation, there aren't enough means of transportation, and there aren't enough buses, the prices are too high. If a political leader is not from the same background, they wouldn't know the problem and they wouldn't know how to address this issue. But if they take the same means of transportation, if they take the bus and the train as other citizens do, they can find a suitable solution.
Okay, you have some occasional mid-sentence pauses, but I don't think that's a serious problem at all. But whichever way, according to you yourself, you felt like you mostly had problems with stuttering and managing your time while keeping a sustained and logical speech. Here's my solution for you. Analyze your sentence structure. According to my little analysis over here, the first sentence claim you spent one sentence over here for the reason, you spent one sentence, and then you explain a little bit about the problem. So that's kind of a elaboration on the reason. That's another 4 short sentences. And then you start your real example. Your example contains 2 parts. One is a counter example of 3 sentences. Another is a positive example that's about 3 sentences too. So kind of maintain this answer structure and the sentence count for each part of the answer structure whenever you bump into a new question. So let's use this new question as an example. Is it important for people to have good manners? Okay. If we follow the same structure, we'll go like, personally, I strongly believe. Okay. And then this is because good manners create respect and harmony. And then we elaborate on what it means by respect or lack of respect. 4 sentences over here. And then if a person doesn't have good manner, okay, counter example, right, then he would be lack of respect for other people. Okay. And then if this person has good manners, then he shows respect. And then these kind of positive interactions can happen. Alternatively, you can also go for a longer counter example. And a simple way to do that is to insert some time and places. It doesn't have to be real. ETS has stated in the past that they don't care whether your story is real or not. They only care about whether it's logical and that you have provided elaboration on your reasons. Okay, so I would say something like this. Instead of just using one sentence here, I would say something like, for example, a few years ago, my city elected a mayor who was not from an ordinary background. He was from an elite family. He never had to take public transportation. So when he was asked about how to improve our public bus system, he was totally clueless. He didn't understand our problems and needs. Therefore, he didn't create policies that really drove changes. Okay. So basically, once again, it's an elaborated version of your counterexample, if this is easier for you. So overall, you're doing great. To address your worries and concerns, you can do this mini drill. Practice more questions using the same sentence structure and time yourself. And I think initially, timing yourself and counting the sentences will require a little bit of attention. But I think with your level of English proficiency, you should be able to nail that pacing within, say, 2 or 3 days. But just don't do it one day before the exam. That's actually going to ruin your exam performance.